Hi, everybody. I'm not in camera, and now if I link that guy, we're gonna finish Zelda today. So, two schools of thought. If this is anything longer than a 30-minute video, it'll just be Zelda in the video. We beat this in like 20 minutes, then this video will contain the start of whatever the next game we spend. Okay. Or maybe the 30-minute mark is kind of we'll figure it out. But we are in Ganon's Tower. We did all of the pre-setup before. So it should just be the climb and the fight and then the escape and then the fight again. Right?
Yep.
All right. Switching over.
Something's in Kakariko Village.
Oh boy. Better head there and get that mask. Yeah, okay, well. Alright, yeah, that's not coming on the mic. Yet. But you can probably definitely hear it when I start to talk and then the mic opens. I'm not going to close the window. It's too nice of a day. I guess I should close a window. Oh, I let a fly in. This truly is the worst day of my life. I think I remember the second fight in this game, but certainly not the first. Jump through each other.
He's owning me.
Yeah, he definitely had your number on that. You're right. Then I guess they both go in the same direction.
No, I came in through the other way.
Oh. This is just like, hey, let's battle against all the quote-unquote tough opponents. That kind of tower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you needed that.
Big nut.
I think that's the only thing Ganondorf is weak to. Wouldn't it be great if I made a game? Thank God I'm not. I think I was. But I would make the last boss weak to the very first item use. It's like, hopefully you've been saving up Deku sticks because they do triple damage to them. So you're just like hitting them over the back.
Oh. He's quicker than I thought he was gonna be.
Oh God.
Oh, they're both. Shouldn't have woke them both up. That was a mistake.
Now you got a runner, so now you can get them separated at least. Oh God. Oh, get some more. Oh, good. Look at this guy. This guy's been practicing.
We block. Oh, okay.
Oh, just like Dante's Inferno, you find it a secret.
Oh, maybe not.
That's it. It's the long walk.
Oh, he's in his own castle? What?
I would have never expected. Doc the zombies there. I never I've played a lot of the Zelda games, but I never understood why he becomes like a pig.
Kind of like a snout?
Yeah, I mean, he becomes like a pig demon.
Well, I think this is the first time he's ever been like this, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's never been Ganondorf before. I think Ganon.
Trying to think, like, you would know from the NES one, and I know from the Super Nintendo one that, yeah, he's never been Ganondorf. Oh, that's right, this hot bullshit. I remember getting so mad at this fight. Just be like, no, I definitely swung, and then the lightning bolt would hit you. Take too long?
Not certain if you have to use those arrows on him or not. I know you have to use them on Big Ganon.
The longest game of Pong. Yeah, maybe you don't use it on him. Maybe you just have to return the bullets enough. Right in the mouth. Maybe try one more time hitting him with an arrow right after. So it's just like he's like really not doing any more attacking to you. We've got to be missing something. Get over there. Deku sick him. I want to say that this game, there's like somebody who like glitched it and like during a speed run, and they found that you can kill the next form of Ganon with a fishing pole. That's a good cycle. Yeah. This is the part that I remember. Once you get off rhythm. I think we have fairies. Double fairy. Go. Dead. Or is he? This supposed to be blood?
Yep.
Very Nintendo way of doing blood. This looks like he lost part of his toupee.
Barn. I was very surprised the first time when you had to fight a second one, I think. Oh, good, I got full health. Gets in the way quite a bit, I remember.
Yeah, because she always keeps turning back for you. Follow me. Oh, I'll follow you.
Where'd you go, princess?
She climbs because they can't animate Zelda climbing.
Yeah, in here.
You didn't see me jump? I like how that every time it's a cutscene. Raising the gates. If you haven't gotten it by now, you will soon.
Run.
Link has survived longer falls than this. He should just be able to like jump off and just be like, I made it.
Yeah.
My
See at the
knees
bottom.
shook a little, but then I was good.
Right? What?
Do the like hold and get your magic. It's true. Like how she's super magical, but like that fire, no dice.
Poop dust.
It's like I can like do a lot. I'm kind of amazing, but this like room fire has really got me flustered. It'd be great. I mean, terrible, but it would be great if you could accidentally push her over the cliff.
Game over.
And it just deletes your save.
I have a fire suit on. Fine. Really? I missed with one. Hello? Take care of the zombie for me?
He's ready for the gate. "30 seconds. It looks like he still had a lot more time, based on how slow that thing's destroyed.
No wonder he survives. It's like a little elevator going
Yeah,
down.
you could have just hung out on that ledge and waited till it reached the bottom and then jumped.
That was like the gentlest collapse ever.
Collapses into a perfect battleground where you can fight him. Man, he's got a schnoz on him.
Yes, he does. Matches pointy ears.
I get that he's an elf, but holy cow.
Want a piece?
No. It's all you. Shoot him up. How amazing would Ben if it would have spun with went into her stomach? It's like win or lose. I think Zelda's dead.
This is why you hit the other sword.
What? So you gotta use the hilt or the hammer. Ain't no Zelda game having a game-breaking bug where if you missed an optional sword, the game ends.
Well, you could still hit him with arrows for a while. Eventually he'll let you go get it. Oh, bomb.
Navi's taking this round. How many hits you gonna take, man?
A lot.
What is he, like the last boss or something?
Probably need some magic here. Great lighting.
Yeah, I'm watching on the computer and I'm like, yeah, that's real dark. that's real dark. Why can't you pick it up and toss it to me?
Shoot it over with your magic.
Alright. That's your last shot of magic. If you want to pause it, I can brighten up the screen.
I just need to... Oh, okay. Not really what I need.
You needed arrows? You got them. Oh shit! Woo!
Look at his nose bouncing around.
I think it's crazy because really, for the most part, this game, you don't kill anything. I mean, like, at least not. Like, you hit it, it falls down, and then it kind of disintegrates into fire.
Yeah.
Here, he sticks his sword in his face.
So he's still not dead, I guess. They're like trapping him. Cut his head off.
Okay, I was like, but he doesn't hate us, which is nice.
Couldn't even get the Triforce from him.
There you have it. That's Zelda. I muted my mic during the ending, and now you can know why, but I feel like I gotta talk during the credits, so
Right.
you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, here's the thing with time travel stories. So she's gonna send him back to when he was a kid. Right? That's
Yeah.
the whole point, and then he can live his life as a kid. But when he was a kid is when Ganondorf took over. So is she's sending him back? Does everything go back in time, or is it just him?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I mean, presumably she wouldn't be like, "I'm going to send you back in time. Oh, by the way, it's going to reverse everything we just did." But at the same
whole
but it's like
Back to the Future
yeah. But it's like you can't
endgame theory.
Yeah, but you can't send me back in time if everything else somehow doesn't.
Yeah, like is she staying adult now?
Yeah,
Or,
what about Saria? Because Saria is now a sage.
yeah, are all the sages go back to before they were sages? Or
But that's Zelda. Bob completed it for us. Looking at the time now, we're just gonna do. We'll end the Zelda video because it's gonna be like 45 minutes by the time we spin and rank it, and then we'll just start something else. But
okay.
that's inside baseball. Okay, let's.
She didn't show you everything in Zelda, but
No,
everything you needed, I guess.
maybe I'll move over here. Maybe that helps a smidge. I think, and I mean, we can talk about it now, but I think when I played this game as a kid, I loved it.
Yes.
Loved every bit of it because it's a game about adventure and it's like going through dungeons. Like it's your prototypical Zelda game, but it's like it was super great. Playing it now, my issue is twofold. One, despite the fact that absolutely zero people watch us play video games, it's still it's ridiculous. Just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait it out. Despite fire, whatever. despite the fact that 0 people watched, there was still a pressure, at least between the 2 of us, to finish the game in as little videos as possible.
Right.
We could have spent easily another 3 to 4 videos just exploring, getting heart pieces, getting the Goron sword, upgrading our bombs, and
you can collect all the bottles, you can do all the masks.
Yeah, doing fishing, there's a bunch of stuff.
Getting all the hearts.
At some point you just go, at least we did, where it's just well, we need to move along.
Yeah, if you run across the missions, you can do them. But that is part of the fun of the game. Honestly, is
it's discovery,
just discovering all the other stuff.
I think that's true of when we play the Super Nintendo one. That'll be true when we play, the NES one. Is a big part of Zelda is discovery, and that means no walkthrough, no nothing. That's oh, I'm gonna be in this town and I'm gonna push this grave, and I can fall down here and go through this little cave and I get a heart piece.
Right.
And it's that's pretty cool. I wouldn't have expected that, or I'm gonna go through all these masks and at the end I'm gonna get whatever the fuck the last mask is. But us just kind of blazing through and just being no, temple, still took us 11 videos.
Right.
2 hours a piece, besides this last one, which will be an hour. It's just still 25 hours of Zelda, and that's not doing everything.
So you think he'll still be able to pull the sword out?
No. I think it's locked in. Also, I don't know why the fairy leaves him, because he's going to go back to the Wood Village. It's not Kakariko, right? Is it Kakariko?
No.
Whatever. He's going to go back to the Wood Village, and all of those people have fairies. So now he's going to be the reject kid without a fairy again?
Well, he was before.
And so he has to live that life of being a reject all over again?
Do you think he remembers everything?
Yes. I think he is forced to remember that he was once great and is now a nobody. It's a punishment. Does Zelda remember it?
She's little, probably. Obviously, if she's not, then yes.
The Legend of Zelda. Do you think they messed up when naming this? That they should have called it Link from the start? Like the very first one?
Oh,
Link. Because
it's his...
You'd think
it's not really... She never... she's always a side role. Not like she's ever the hero.
Yeah.
How was it her legend?
Anyway, we gotta rank it. We gotta rank it and we gotta spin. What are your final thoughts before we rank it? So, we talked about the secrets. But is it as good as you remember?
No, it's not. I think my main problem with it is it's so heavy-handed on the telling you what to do. You just kind of feel I don't need maybe because I already knew what to do for the most part, but even when you're little, it's I would more just let me do it.
Yeah.
Stop telling me what to do. Especially when you first started, it was way too much.
Oh, that owl.
The owl is brutal. Yeah, do this and then press this button.
I do think this is a game, and I think I talked about it before, but this is a game that is the opposite of Mario 64. Mario 64, I could start and play 2 hours of Mario 64, and I will have a blast every single time. I think Mario 64 has a great opening. I
Yeah.
think Zelda has a terrible opening. Going through that initial town and going through the Deku Tree is so painful. Like, it's something that I would never start this again without the intention of just like, no, I have to play through it until I'm an adult and I can explore. Because that's really when things open up. When you're a kid, you don't have a horse.
Yeah.
You can't use like half the items. It's like when you're an adult, you're like, okay, cool, I got a horse, I can go places, I have bombs, I can push blocks, I can do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when the game's fun. And it takes so long to get there. And that's every Zelda game. When we play the one on the Super Nintendo, like, you know, the first 3 temples are very easy and very slow. And then it finally opens up.
Yeah. There's a lot more exploring in this game than I feel like in. I don't know about the Super NES, but the NES one is very much.
Yeah, the NES is
You
just
can go
dungeon
buy.
to dungeon.
You can buy stuff, but it's all just dungeons.
Yeah.
You can find. You find obviously heart containers all over the place, but there's no like side missions really.
Okay.
It's still good. It's just not like.
It's not.
I thought it was. I thought it. You know, thinking back in time, I liked it more than Mario, but I don't know if how I feel about it now.
I think pull up the little list here. I think before we started this game, I had it pegged for a top 3 finish.
Right.
I was just like, well, it's definitely better than Mario 1. And I think the question will be, like, in my head, I had this whole plan when I was just like, I'm going to put it above Mario, but below Mega Man, but I feel Bob's going to put it above Mega Man, and we're going to have to settle, like, is it number 2 or number 3?
Yeah.
And I think we have both agreed that it's probably not a top 3 game at this point. I mean, I think when we initially discussed, and yes, we have these discussions off camera, I think we initially were just like, it's like the new number 7, pushing Katamari down. Where it's like, okay, yeah, Revenge is better. And I know that's all nostalgia for us. Like, Revenge is not a better game than Zelda. In realistic terms. It's a wrestling game that has very limited options. It's not even the best wrestling game on the 64. It's our favorite.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's no creative wrestler, there's no creative belt, there's no...
Yeah. Yeah, we just like the characters better than wrestling.
Yeah, but that was the time when we grew up and watched wrestling. I mean, I could see it being number 5.
I was thinking. I was looking at NBA and thinking.
I mean, like,
thinking about those.
I know that NBA for me, it's what I play, mainly through the fact that I have kids and I can't play longer games. So it's just like 8-minute quarters. The kids are down for a nap. I can get a quick game in. There's no investment if I have to stop. If I was in the middle of playing Zelda, I was in the middle of a tower, and I had to stop, I would be much more upset than just being like, it's second quarter, whatever, I'll just start this again.
Yeah.
Basketball. It's like, basketball's super high for me for circumstance. If I didn't have kids, I wouldn't be playing that much basketball. I'd be like, I have so many fucking games I gotta play.
Right. Yeah.
But it is what it is. I'm okay pushing basketball down if we think it belongs below Super Spike V-Ball, which is another game that everyone else in the world would be like, you guys are fucking crazy. You think Super Spike V-Ball is better than Zelda? And I would be like,
it's such a good game, though.
It's perfect. It is the perfect. It's like, when I talked about Mario, and this was before Bob was on, but Mario is the perfect game because I guarantee you when I start my kids on video games, I won't have to teach them anything. Mario will do it because it's just like the game starts off and it teaches you along the way. It's just like, okay, here's the very first enemy, a Goomba. There's only 2 buttons. If you die every single time by running into it, you will very quickly learn to avoid it. How do I avoid it? I can jump. Jump on it. Like it's through context it teaches you.
Right.
But it's like everything is perfectly balanced. The jumps feel right. You know, like you never feel like that jump's too far or that you're not going to make it. It's just like everything feels perfectly balanced. And Super Spike V-Ball, the controls feel perfect for that. Like, yes, you do get screwed because sometimes the ball goes through you. Yeah. That happens. But
and like this when like I'm playing bottom near the top and somehow I hit the ball.
Yeah.
When it's like at you and I slide and it's like you're there but I hit it and then we get confused as to who needs to set.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's not perfect, but it's a very great game. Yeah. Are we in agreement, or do you want to argue a different point and put it above Super Spike or below NBA? I think it's finishing in the top 5. I think it's going higher than we initially expected because I don't think I can sign off on it actually being below.
Yeah.
As much as there are games on this list that I would play over Zelda that are going to be below Zelda. But it's like I would play Freestyle Street Soccer again over Zelda because it's just not a commitment and it's a fun.
Well, yeah, you're not going to play this game unless you're planning on playing it and beating it. You're not going to be like, "Oh, I'll play again in 2 months and beat the next one."
I would play Revenge 100 times before I play Zelda. But if I was actually recommending a game to someone, I would be like, "Hey, you should check out Zelda."
Yeah, unless it's like, it's like, did you watch wrestling in the late '90s?
What's your take on Raven? Big fan, not a big fan, don't know who he is. Okay, you don't know who he is. You should play Zelda.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking 5.
Super Spike, Reign Supreme. All right.
I mean, or 4 if you're thinking that's ridiculous to put it above.
No, I mean like
but playing. I mean, it's not like we didn't play Super Spike.
No, we
did play it, and I liked it better than I liked this game. So,
probably gonna ask me to sign in again. Anyway, you know where it goes. I don't actually need to show you. We are gonna put it at the new number 5. Which puts N64 2 out of the top 5 games and a number 6. Or no, yeah, 2 out of the top 5 and a number 7.
They're good games.
Everyone hates on the 64, but we are here to prove that it's the greatest system of all.
I mean, we can do a speech on why it's better than PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, I still have my cue cards. All right. Internet. Stop working on it. We're moving on. We're doing spins. Oh, I opened up too many tabs.
What if there's another Phil gets to pick?
I've thought about that.
It would be what it would be, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I would pick, but I would not pick XCOM again.
Well, I would hope not. Be a little confusing.
I would like to play XCOM both times. We're going to start it again, and it's going to have game 1 and game 2, and there's going to be different difficulties. Or I'll pick XCOM 1. It's bouncing between 2. No, I did think if we have another Phil picks, we'll still do 3 spins. Maybe we can get maybe a Bob pick. If we get a Bob pick, that'll take precedent because I picked the last one. But if we get like 2 shitty games and a Phil picks, I'm just going to pick a game, and it'll be a relatively quick game. Because I thought, this is how... But in my head, I was just like, what if Phil pick is 5 times in a row? was like a balance. I'd be like, okay, XCOM, that's a long game. I'd be like, River City Ransom would be in there. Maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, put that in there. Maybe a fighting game. Try and mix it up.
Right.
Maybe Kickle Cubicle.
Ooh.
But okay. Do you want to spin, or do you want me to spin?
You could spin.
Okay. The first spin is Dreamcast. Maybe we'll get that racing game everybody likes. Play Speed Devils again. All right. For Dreamcast, I am hoping for, say, 3 choices here. We have a lot of RPGs, and then we have non-RPGs. Hoping for the non-RPGs. I will take a spinner's choice, but no! Landed on Evolution, an RPG. Probably will not be picked. Could be wrong.
Could get absolute trash.
Could get cash or trash.
Good.
Spin number 2. Phil picks the game.
Nice.
It was another half a second, and it's Bob picks the game. All right, third spin.
Well, at least we can get a game that will be fun.
Yeah. I don't even know why we're technically going through this again.
Right?
It's PlayStation 4. We're just going to see what the PS4 game would have been. PlayStation 4 game would have been Rocket Birds 2. A free game that I downloaded that I know nothing about. So those are our choices. Evolution for the Dreamcast, Rocket Birds 2 for the PS4, or Phil picks. Wonder which one we're going to decide. Tune in probably 2 videos. We might do an XCOM, who knows, but we'll find out what we have picked. Thanks for watching. Zelda, the new number 5 greatest game of all time. That knocks, what is that, Hybrid Heaven at the bottom?
Hybrid Heaven's off the list.
Hybrid Heaven off of the top 20. It is a sad day. But we now finished 26 games. Maybe there's a chance that Hybrid Heaven, after we finished 40, will find its way back to the top 5. Probably not.
We got bigger fish to fry.
Probably. All right. Toodaloo.